Welcome to our October North Miami Chamber of Commerce luncheon meeting. To begin, I'd like to... At this time, if I could ask you all to please rise for the presentation of the colors by the North Miami Police Color Guard. And the national anthem today will be performed by Mr. Eddie Higgins from the Hopewell Baptist Church.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, who brought stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bomb bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does the star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Now you know why I'm not singing the national anthem. And now to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, Chief Mark Elias. If everybody could place their right hand over their heart, please, and join me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
I'm sorry, baby.
Please be seated. And if I could impose upon City Manager Stephen Johnson to please come forward and provide us with an invocation for today.
If everyone could bow their head. Obviously, our Reverend is not here. Heavenly Father, we ask that you will Bless us today, bless us in this luncheon, bless this food that we're about to eat. We ask that you will bless this moment in time that we can all come together and pray together. Amen.
Thank you. Because we have a very packed agenda for today, and in order to try to keep us on schedule, we're going to go ahead and continue the lunch service throughout the program. I'd like to take a moment and recognize some dignitaries that are with us today. Obviously, to my right, we have Mrs. Bernadette Pierre, accompanied by Mayor Andre Pierre, Vice Mayor Marie Stero, Councilman Michael Lynn. We've already introduced City Manager Stephen Johnson and Chief of Police Mark Elias. I've just been informed Councilman Galvin is in the room. Well, he's in the other room. Thank you, Scott. We'd also like to recognize Andre Jr. and Dominique Pierre. If you could, gentlemen, if you could please stand. Thank you for being with us today. I'm not sure why you're not in school, but I'm sure there's a good reason. The principal is here. Okay, so the three of them are cutting. Is that it? Okay. I'm going to call the superintendent. I'd also like to recognize Mr. John Coriel, who's with us today. He's a candidate for Senate District 35. And County Judge Andrea Wolfson. And if I could ask Judge Wolfson to come forward for a moment, please, and assist us. We have a member of our board who has not yet been installed, so if I could have Tiffany DePani please come forward as well. And I'd also like to recognize that Tiffany has her mother here with us today, who flew in all the way from Rhode Island just to be here to see Tiffany get installed. Oh, I'm sure she loves you more than that, Tiffany.
Let's bring on Mama. Yeah, sure. All right. Hi. All right. So please raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Tiffany DePani,
Do solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will faithfully perform
that I will faithfully perform
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
the office of director, that I will uphold the bylaws of the Greater North Miami Chamber of Commerce, that I will, to the best of my ability, promote the business community of Greater North Miami, and that I will support chamber events with my time and effort. So help me God. Congratulations.
Thank you, Judge Wolfson. And just as a note, Judge Wolfson is in a runoff election. So on that topic, although we don't discuss politics at the lunch, the elections are coming up, so everybody please make sure that you get out and vote. At this time, if I could have Sandy and Sharon Curtis from Edible Arrangements come forward, please. They are our luncheon sponsors this month. Let's give them all a round of applause. Sharon, did you have a few words you'd like to say?
Yes. Just so everybody knows, I am bribing everybody in this room. So, excuse me, Judge, so that's okay. For any other politicians. The bribe is, if you leave early and don't stay throughout the lunch, you don't get this box. This is an empty box, and you come into our store, you bring it, and you'll get this filled with chocolate-covered strawberries or bananas or apples or what we have available. So you get that on the way out. Second, you also will get our new calendar by our swimsuit model. And there's lots of coupons, so please always check out our website. And I was supposed to use my time not promoting our business, which is Edible Arrangements. There are some holidays coming up over the next few months. Hopefully you'll think about us if you have a gift-giving need. But the other reason I'm here is this chamber, along with 2 other chambers in the Northeast State area, is doing a Biz Bash Expo. It's a combination of trying to bring the community together. It's our start on doing so. We are still looking for more tables and more booths that want to be at the expo. We're trying to we're anticipating a crowd of at least 1,500 people. We've got a health fair. We're trying to put together a challenge of all the police officers in police teams throughout the Northeast state. So we've invited a lot of them. We've got 3 acceptances as of this date, and we have food trucks. We have a lot of activities: health fair, health screening, lots of stuff. So please, if you want an application, we have applications. And if you have any questions, please ask or call the chamber office. Stay to the end for your lovely party gifts.
Sharon, don't walk off yet. I would like to present Sandy and Sharon with a plaque. It's a small token of the Chamber's appreciation for the sponsorship of this month's luncheon. So thank you. You know, Sandy did take a few moments to mention the Biz Bash Expo, and this is an excellent opportunity for members of the Chamber and non-members of the Chamber as well to take advantage of a great business marketing opportunity that is a partnership between the 3 chambers in the area to help build your business and to generate more activity for you as we enter the holiday season. So I hope many of you take advantage of that, and that you also come out and support the Biz Bash Expo. At this time, I'd like to ask David Burney to come forward. David's going to introduce our new chamber members this month.
Okay. First from Orbitos Awards and More. You come up. Orbia. Orbia. Okay. We'll get that to them. Next new member, S-Time and Urban Associates. Mary. All right.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mary Irvin. I'm the president of S-Time and Urban Associates. S-Time and Urban Associates is a staffing agency, a recruitment and staffing agency located here in Miami-Dade County, and we provide temporary temp to perm or direct placement for the private sector or the public sector as well. We partner with Palm Beach School District. We provide school temporary employment for Pasco County and Boulevard, so we provide staffing for South Florida. Thank you. Pleasure to be a part of this channel.
All right, next, Jessup Economic Consulting. Come on down. Larry.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lawrence Jessup. I'm the president of Jessup Economic Consulting, and I wish you happy holidays and have an enjoyable afternoon.
The last last new chamber today is from Presidential Insurance, Jeff Lampert. Jeff on Saturday was a finalist for Family Feud with his family. So come on down! He also got a booth at the expo. As a new chamber member, we appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. We do presidential insurance. We do commercial insurance. We also do auto and homeowners. We have Florida and California. If anybody's interested, I'd love to talk. Or we'll see you at the booth at the event coming up. Thank you, everyone.
I'll take an O for a vowel. Everybody always do business with chamber members. Have a good day.
Wrong game show, David. Yeah. David doesn't get to watch much television. He's very busy doing business. So I'd also like to take a moment and recognize all of the administrators from our North Miami schools that are here with us today. If you could all stand and wave. We truly appreciate everything that you do for the children of our community in your schools, and you know, I wanted to take a moment and we sent out to the chamber membership and to the board of directors in particular an email a while back inviting members of the chamber to participate in the upcoming Principal Today program, and I'm pleased to report that we have at last count 8 members of the chamber that are going to be out on November 8th serving as principal at some of our local schools. I'm going to be with Debbie Dubin out at North Miami Elementary, and I'm really looking forward to that. So thanks for being with us today. It's a great program, and when you have the opportunity to get out there into the schools and see what our educators, what our teachers and the principals are doing to help make sure our children are prepared for the future, you'll really have a better appreciation for it. You'll learn more about how you can help them to do a better job and accomplish all the great goals that they've got. So thank you very much for being with us today. If I can now have Chief Elias come forward to the lectern to present us with this month's Police Officer of the Month.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good. Before we get started, just wanted to recognize, some member of my executive staff that's here. There's to my left, I have Assistant Chief Burgess, Major Robert Page. I have Major Cynthia Burton. Commander Peter Cruz, Commander Jeff Keith, and I'm going to ask Sergeant Roman, who is in charge of the Officer of the Month, to come up and read what she wrote and the reason why we had selected him as Officer of the Month.
Thank you, first of all, to the Chamber. We truly appreciate this this moment of your time to appreciate what these officers do day in and day out. Truly appreciate it. The North Miami Police Department Officer of the Month for September is Officer Pierre Jones. Officer Jones has been a police officer for 28 years and a member of the North Miami Police Department for 20 years. He is assigned to the Uniform Patrol Section midnight shift. Officer Jones starts his day by arriving to work with a positive attitude, a demeanor he readily imparts on his calls when communicating with citizens. He also takes a proactive approach to the concerns of the day and offers solutions. As he patrols, he is cognizant of his own problem areas, and he takes the initiative in solving the same. For example, Officer Jones constantly monitors Motel 7 and has kept the loitering in the area to a minimum. This has been a problem for us in the past. Also, due to the known speed violators who ingress and egress from Interstate 95 onto 135th Street and Opelika Boulevard, Officer Jones volunteers to conduct speed enforcement details in these areas constantly. He does so by enlisting and motivating other officers to join him. His approach to this problem has kept traffic accidents in the area to a minimum. Officer Jones is also a strong supporter of MAD's anti-drug driving efforts, and he is readily willing to assist any officer who requests his assistance with the suspected offenders, and this includes adjacent jurisdictions, which is awesome. In addition, Officer Jones is an avid learner and has volunteered to attend an array of police-related schools, such as DUI, enforcement, firearms, and taser safety. He is also a police instructor in all of these areas. Most importantly, Officer Jones has attended some of these schools voluntarily, I must say, during his own time due to scheduling limitations. His diligence in this area has availed us of special knowledge and skills during the midnight shift. Officer Jones is also an exemplary field training officer. He imparts enthusiasm and a professional quality on the officers he is training that will continue to have a positive impact on the future of North Miami police officers. In short, Officer Jones is one of the most valuable members of our department, and he deserves recognition as this time his 20th year anniversary with the North Miami Police Department.
Just, if you don't mind, just wanted to add this. I came on board 2 years ago, and when I came on, the first thing that I said is, I want to ride with one of the officers, and he has two of his best friends that are here, which is Commander Cruz and Commander Key, and they all told me I needed to ride, and they all call him Baby, okay? All right, we'll leave that one alone. But, when you ride with an officer that's been in this business for 28 years, given this community 20 years, and I remember the first thing he told me, he said, listen, I train the police officers, they come through me before we allow them out in the street. And I tell them every day, this is your home. Because when I told him, in speaking to him, I said, Bebe, where do you live at? He goes, you're writing where I live at. Even though he doesn't live in the city, but it tells you the mindset of an officer like that the city is his home. And when you're looking at the crime reduction that is occurring in the city, within the last 2 years, 14%, and we go back 30 years, okay, that we've never been this slow, it is an added plus. But to people like him, field training officers, that day in, day out, I have never seen, okay, it's hard for me to say Officer Jones because I call him Bebe, without a smile on the face. And that tells you the quality of officers that we have here in North Miami. So it is indeed with great honor and respect that he is our Officer of the Month for September of 2012.
It's a pleasure to be here today. It's definitely a great feeling to know that your hard work and dedication is recognized. And thanks to the great staff and administration, Chief, Assistant Chief Berger, the Major, the Commanders, and everybody. The Council, thank you so much for recognizing me last Tuesday. But I will continue to give 100% to City of North Miami. And like I said, it's always a pleasure to come out and be able to serve the community that I work in. And let me forget, I need to thank some people here too. I want to thank the Greater Chamber of North Miami, Chamber of Commerce, and everybody that participated in putting this Officer of the Month together. Thank you. Especially my great wife, who's been a supporter of me from day one. I'm going to get a vision for this, but she's been a supporter of me from day one. And she stood by my side. She's been with us since I was 18 years old. So we're going to keep moving forward. Thank you.
Officer Jones, if you could stay up here for a moment, please. Mr. Jones. On behalf of the Greater North Miami Chamber of Commerce, it gives me great pleasure to present Officer Jones with this plaque, recognizing his honor. And that goes to the wife. I'm a smart man, Chief, so I've got one of those too. So I'm going to present this to Mrs. Jones, because these are some gifts, Mrs. Jones, that you've received on behalf of those years that you've spent with him. But he must have started dating you when you were really, really young. So, congratulations. I'd also like to now ask Vice Mayor Sterl and Councilman Lynn to come forward with a presentation from the city.
Good afternoon. I think Councilman Scott Garvin is in the audience as well. I'd like to ask him to come forward. Okay, apparently he's... Okay. The mayor is the star today, so he allowed me to do the presentation on his behalf, on behalf of the city of North Miami State citizens. Thank you, President. On behalf of the city of North Miami, we would like to proclaim today, I will go through some of the whereas. The city of North Miami is pleased to issue this proclamation in honor of Officer Gary Jones. Whereas Officer Jones has been a police officer for 28 years and a member of the North Miami Police Department for 20 years. This is one of the whereas that most of you already knows about. Officers, now, therefore, in consideration of the foregoing, I, not me, the mayor, Andre Pierre, mayor of the city of North Miami, on behalf of the City Council and residents, do hereby proclaim September 2012 to be Officer Gary Jones Month. May God bless you. We dearly love you, the city of North Miami. Congratulations, madam.
Tell me one more.
And if I could also please have Ed Haynes from Congresswoman Frederica Wilson's office come forward, please, with a presentation for Officer Jones. No, I'm sorry. He's not here. Sure.
Just want to take a minute to introduce my son that's out here, Stefani Lyons, that I love from the deepest of my heart. Don't be shy, you can stand up.
Congratulations again, Officer Jones, and thank you for all that you do to help keep us safe in North Miami. By the way, in the envelope's a picture of my vehicle, so you'll see it isn't coming off of 95, okay? Just make sure you look the other way. I also apologize. I was remiss earlier when I was introducing some special folks in the audience. I do also want to recognize the former Chief of Police, Ken Each, who's with us today as well. And now if I could have our program chair and treasurer, Joel Galpern, come to the lectern, please, to introduce this month's speaker.
Okay, before we get to that, when do we meet? Fourth Wednesday of each month, and next month is no exception. Now, frequently, we try to get really good, timely topics along with our staple events. And next month we have such a topic. What is something that you would like to see, that you really like to learn about, that can help you with your business? We found it. Social networking. We have Aubrey Swanson, who is a marketer. That's her business. Social networking. She'll talk about Facebook, LinkedIn, you name it. It'll be a short presentation, so it'll just get the overview. And keep your eye out with the chamber listening for, or watching for emails, because there's a good chance that we'll probably have a seminar that'll be more lengthy to really teach you. This is a great way to market your business. It's a way that us at the Chamber want to help everybody to build your business. Okay, now, instead of me introducing the mayor, I looked around and tried all over the place to find somebody who really knows him. And many people claim they know him, but nobody better than Bernadette Pierre. Please come up and introduce your hubby.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bernadette Pierre, and I'm happy to be this man's wife. It's giving great pleasure to be here this afternoon. First of all, I want to thank all of you for coming, and I want to thank you guys for being part of the city, this great city, the 10th best city of the United States of America. I got this line right. For the past 4 years, as my husband been mayor for this great city of North Miami, I have seen that he has accomplished great things. But none of those things would have been possible if you guys were not part of this. So I would like to thank all of you guys who have supported my family and who also have supported the great city of North Miami. So please give yourself a round of applause. Secondly, I would like to thank myself because I have endured a lot of pain and endless sleep. And secondly, I would love to thank my 2 young boys. They are here this afternoon with us because I really wanted them to be a part of this last State of the City address. Because I believe as an educator, every children need to be involved in their community. And this is the excuse that I will be giving Mr. Osborne. I don't know if he's here. So again, Andre Pierre, the mayor of the city. I would like to take a second to thank Councilwoman Mariela Stelio. As you know, she's the only woman in the city council. So when I need to talk, I reach out to her. So therefore, I would like to thank her for giving me her ears when I need to vent. So thank you, Councilwoman. 2 things that I would like to tell you guys about my husband before I pass the microphone and introduce Councilwoman to help me bring him in. As my husband is a man of his word. If he said that he will do something, he will deliver. His yes is his yes, and his no is his no. And I think that he has accomplished many things, many promises that he has made for this great city. So now, I would like to ask Councilwoman to please join me so we can welcome Mr. Mayor, Andre Pierre. I will be passing the microphone to Councilwoman Steele.
Thank you, Bernadette. Good afternoon again. I'm asking you to please rise and put your hands together to welcome the mayor of the 10th best city in America, the aggressive, progressive, hardworking mayor, Andre D. Pierre.
Wow, thank you for this warm welcome for the great city of North Miami. Please have a seat. Those of you that are married, you know that it is very scary when you have your wife, okay, when you have your wife be the one to introduce you. But I was very fortunate that she didn't get into much of the details of the introduction. Thank you, Bernadette, and I love you for that, for sparing me. Secondly, it's always a pleasure to be here with all of the job creators, friends, members of this great city, of course, family, North Miami residents, businesses, the good people of this great city, the educators. Thank you so much for allowing me and giving me this opportunity to address you again for the 4th straight time. Today is my last State of the City address. Today is my 4th account of the State of the City address, and I am pleased and proud to say that I have served you well for the last 4 years. In 2009, as your newly elected mayor, I started out with a vision that has materialized over the years, that paved a trail of substantial accomplishments. Today, I am pleased to tell you that North Miami is definitely better, socially, definitely better, economically, than it was 4 years ago. I can only rejoice and be thankful to have to work with people like you, the job creators, the elected officials, the residents, business, the good people, the educators in the city of North Miami, the city employees, to make this city one of the 10 best cities in the United States of America. Give yourself a round of applause for doing so. And of course, the North Miami Chamber of Commerce for giving us this forum to deliver the State of the City address. A special thanks to my good friend, Dr. Barry Vogel, your chairman for this great chamber. Our executive director, Mr. Ron Wilson, who's been with the chamber for so many years. I served with him as the chair for this great chamber. Thank you so much. And all of the executive directors and members of this great Chamber of Commerce. Let's give them a round of applause for work well done. As you know, North Miami is of course as good as its residents and the people elected to represent them. At this moment, I would like to recognize my colleagues, the 4 people that I have depended on to make collective decisions for the betterment of this great city of North Miami. To begin with, the Vice Mayor for the city of North Miami, Vice Mayor Stereo. Thank you so much for your hard work. Representing District 1, Councilman Scott Galvin, who was just here a little bit ago. When he started this job, he had no gray hair, and look at him back here with full of gray hair. Thank you so much for serving the city of North Miami. Councilman Glenn, who started this job, and now, you know, you see he's wearing glasses and having more gray hair. Thank you so much for serving the city of North Miami. Councilman John Woodgate Marcellus, you know, he came from Miramar and decided that he wants to help with what's happening in the city of North Miami. And we want to say thank you to Councilman Marcellus for serving the great city of North Miami. And of course, so many other friends, so many other folks that are helping the city of the great city of North Miami. Let me begin by representing the Miami-Dade School Board, Dr. Andy Pierre, which is the North Dade Director for the city of Miami. Thank you so much. There you go. And of course, someone who may not have a voice, who may not have a vote on the city council, but I can tell you, this is the future of this community. Our city clerk, Mr. Michael Andre Etienne. Thank you so much, sir. And a young man that I have seen around for a while, I think we may have tried a case together in federal court. Mr. John Curiel, I think is John Curiel still here? I remember that guy gave me a hard time when I was trying a federal case with him. So I think he's running for Senate District 35. And of course, our good friend, Senator Green Margolis, who was unable to be here with us. I remember in state court, one of the state prosecutors was trying to lock up my client, and I was able to get his plea vacated and get him out of immigration custody. Judge Andrea Wilson, I think she's here with us. You know, she's still here. She's sitting back there. And I think, you know, her opponent, which is also here, they're on a runoff election. candidate Greer Wallace, who's also here with us. Greer, thank you so much. Greer is the wife of Florida City Mayor Wallace. Thank you so much for being here with us. And of course, so many other friends that are here with us. You know, I have to recognize a few of them for sure. Jean and Minnie Sherry-Ben, thank you so much for serving the city of North Miami well. Okay. Former Councilman Jacques Despinos, thank you so much for being here with us. Former Chief of Police, Chief Boy Savage, is sitting somewhere back here. Chief, thank you so much for serving the city of North Miami. My dear friend, which I have known for over 10 years, that I called upon, his wife is a preacher, always praying for me, Mr. Pima Book. Let's give him a round of applause for power then. And his beautiful wife, Megan, who is here with us. And of course, you know, my other good friend, you know, Herbie Doval, who's always a great supporter of the city of North Miami. Herbie, please stand up and be recognized. Thank you so much, sir. Well, as you know, the city of North Miami, always, the city employees always carry the load and make things happen in this great city. Through their hard work and sacrifices and dedication, they make not only the elected officials and the residents feel good, but also look good. I am proud to present our professional, our hardworking, competent city manager who's leading this city, Mr. Stephen Johnson. Please stand up and be recognized for your hard work in this area. Thank you. Thank you for your leadership for the great city of North Miami. Also want to make mention of Regine Monestein. She is our city attorney. As the chief legal counsel for the city of North Miami, she has one of the most difficult tasks in the city of North Miami, and she has consistently delivered for the city of North Miami. Ms. Monestein, please stand up and be recognized for your hard work in the city. Thank you. Of course, city manager, city attorney, they cannot get it done by themselves. They have been assisted by their immediate staff, supervisors, managers, directors, other employees who have maintained and run this great city. They are the backbone. They are the movers and shakers of this great city. They are responsible for all of the happening in this city. So let all the city employees please stand up and be recognized for all of your hard work. Please stand up. All of your hard work, your dedication and professionalism to the city of North Miami. Thank you. Thank you. You may be seated. And of course, for the last 15 years, I met, this young lady. One of our friends was trying to set up us in a blind date. I was studying for the Florida bar, and Bernadette wanted to date me, and I said, no, I gotta wait till I finish passing the bar. And most of the lawyers in this room understand that you don't want to go to law school and fail the Florida bar. Well, after I passed the bar, I remember that September 22nd of 1997, and she took me out to dinner, and I said, I love you. And ever since then, continue to love my wife, Bernadette. Thank you so much for staying by my side. And of course, my two boys, Andre and Dominic. Guys, listen, I'll be home soon to help you out with that math homework, okay?
Look up, boy.
In spite of the economic downturn that have affected our country, the United States of America, North Miami continued to make sound economic decisions, attract new businesses, sustain existing businesses, and of course, create jobs. As all of you know, North Miami has never accepted the doom and the gloom about the economy, but transform challenges into opportunities. First and foremost, for 4 straight years, North Miami balanced its budget with minimal impact of services to our residents that they are accustomed to and expect from the city of North Miami. This year, after balancing the budget, we gave a ratification bonus to our city employees who stood with us, who made sacrifices. Those employees were working leaner, but served North Miami residents more efficiently. I want to say thank you to all of you for standing with us when the times were hard. Thank you so much. As a lot of you know, for 40 years, 40 straight years, the city of North Miami has been trying to do a public-private partnership in the redevelopment of its most important real estate asset, a 200-tract of land, better known as Biscayne lending. So many proposals were presented, so many attempts were made, so many deals fell apart. Last year, those of you that were here, I stood at this podium and asked every single city council member to roll up their sleeves and make Biscayne lending and work harder to transform that into the financial success that it should be. I also made a public appeal to a little partner, to Michael Swedlow, to make this project one of the best in the country. Well, today, I'm happy to report to you that deal has been closed. That deal gave us, the city of North Miami, $20 million upfront upon the execution of that agreement. Ladies and gentlemen of this great city, this is a $1 billion project. This is a project that will generate 10,000 jobs to the South Florida economy. In addition to that $20 million that we got, in addition to annual participation rent, in addition to annual base rent, in addition to payments that are scattered all over during the 16-year construction period, Olida Partners is obligated to a community benefit package worth $10 million. This means that they must contribute to building local capacity, thus improving the lives of our residents, the people in the city of North Miami. In addition to that, there will be an outreach program that we are going to implement in the city of North Miami to educate and train the local workforce, give preferences to local vendors, give preferences to North Miami residents to supply goods and services to the development. That is a $2.5 million commitment. In addition to that, Olida Partners will also provide a lot of credit of up to $5 million. That $5 million can be used to jumpstart new businesses and attract businesses and grow all businesses in the city of North Miami. Moreover, the good people, the educators, an investment will be made to enhance education by allowing North Miami high school students to go to college free of charge. Free of charge. Lastly, this project will generate $5 million per year in tax increment given to the North Miami CRA to be invested in the west side of the city of North Miami. Ladies and gentlemen, we need not play with the city of North Miami because this is the future of South Florida. As always, as you know, I have always advocated in support of development of a strong economy in the city of North Miami and provide decent jobs to our community. This year alone, 272 businesses were open in the city of North Miami. A total of 2,000 jobs were added to the North Miami local economy. Businesses like Pierre of North Miami, and ladies and gentlemen, let's give the folks from Argentina who came here and are investing millions of dollars in the city of North Miami. Pierre, please stand up and be recognized. Thank you. Thank you. We love Argentina. My wife and I were down there a couple years ago. Thank you so much for bringing your money from Argentina and investing it in the city of North Miami. Businesses like Navarro Pharmacy, businesses like Pollo Tropical, hired between 15 and 40 employees here in the city of North Miami. And of course, to the local North Miami preferences program that we have going on, 22% of goods and services stayed in North Miami for North Miami residents and North Miami businesses. That is progress, ladies and gentlemen, in the city of North Miami. In 2009, you elected me as your new mayor, full of knowledge and experience from the private sector, but fully aware of governmental processes. For 4 straight years, I insisted that the manager runs the city like a business, applying business principles leading to higher productivity and efficiency. I strongly believe that the government must work for the people, by the people, to produce quality goods and services in a timely fashion with minimal waste. As a result, the manager assembled a team of talented professionals to review our utility bill, better known as the water bill, and make recommendations. I'm sure you're fully aware this water bill has been the subject of contention. You have heard that it is too high in the city of North Miami. Every single candidate, every single politician in the last 15 years have played political football with this water bill. Well, no more political football with this water bill. Finally, we contracted with Waste Pro, and now they're providing our waste services, and North Miami residents are seeing a saving of $90 per quarter on their water bill. Let's give yourself a round of applause for achieving that for our residents. As you know, we continue to invest in capital improvements. The CRA financed the installation of sidewalks in District 1, completed the landscaping, curbing, and beautification project at Emerald Lake, Chief, constructed 4 traffic circles in District 3, contributed $300,000 to the Northwest 131st Street project. For this fiscal year, the CRA has reclaimed and we budgeted $1.3 million from abandoned projects and grantees who failed to live up to their agreements. Moreover, the CRA, Community Redevelopment Agency, reduced its operating budget by $400,000, leaving more funds for projects. What a productive and an efficient operation that Mr. Leslie Prida is running in the city of North Miami. And I would ask Mr. Leslie Prida, please stand up and be recognized for your work in this area. We pulled Mr. Prida out of retirement, and now he is leading one of the best CRAs in Miami-Dade County, Florida. The CRA has also allocated $600,000 for the city's signage program. This program, of course, of directional and entry signage for enhancing the city's image. Gateway signs were installed, park signs, downtown parking lot signs, public parking directional signs. By the end of this year, you're going to see an additional 30 directional signs along with 2 downtown monument signs. And finally, we are going to install that electronic board sign here in the city of North Miami. A major part of my vision is to make things happen in the city of North Miami. When President Obama signed that stimulus package back in early 2009, he realized that cities are the backbone of America, and he added funding in that stimulus package to fund projects that are shovel ready. Finally, the long anticipated bus shelters and bus benches finally has been installed in the city of North Miami. Now I can watch the children that are waiting for buses to get to school, that they don't have to get wet before they actually get to school. Those shelters are installed, and 30 of them have been installed in the city of North Miami. And let me say thank you to the Community Planning and Housing Director, Mrs. Maxine Calloway. Please stand up and be recognized for your work. Thank you, Maxine. More than ever, I can tell you that the community planning must continue to provide ongoing assistance to members of our residential community. And we must, I say we must do more. We are the only municipality in South Florida providing the state hardest hit services to members not only of North Miami, but to the South Florida community in general. Since the beginning of this year, 300 people have been helped by the city of North Miami. We spent 10 years. We received $5 million from the county. 10 years, we sat on the money. We didn't know what to do with it. Well, finally, under the leadership of Mr. Jeff Guymer from Parks and Recreation Department. Mr. Guymer, please stand up and be recognized. Finally, thank you. Finally, the opening of the Joe Saliston Community Center. This 20,000 square foot center has a state-of-the-art multi-purpose room, computer lab, arts and crafts room, game room, and for the first time in the history of the city, we welcome the first indoor athletic gymnasium that now Barry University basketball team wants to play in that gymnasium. Thank you again, Jeff, for your work in this area. On your table, you have the bottle of waters from the city of North Miami. Last year, North Miami was awarded the best tasting water in Miami-Dade County. This year, we were awarded the second best tasting water, not only in Miami-Dade County, but also in Monroe County. But I can tell you, our water plant needs improvement. The city just received $24 million for the renovation of the new water plant and replacement of water lines. And I want to recognize Mr. Alim Ghani for fighting, for going out there and get that money for the city of North Miami. Thank you so much, Mr. Ghani. I am extremely pleased with our information technology department. Efficiency has increased for our services to our residents, and let me recognize our IT director, Mr. Ricardo Castillo. Mr. Castillo, please stand up and be recognized. This young man came to the city when we had purchased $1 million Eden system that every single day we have 5, 6 employees in the basement trying to learn the system. Mr. Castillo came in and bring that system up to date. Applications and software that weren't being used, he put them to use. Thank you again, Mr. Castillo, for your hard work and putting your talent to use for the city of North Miami. He installed a new voice over IP telephone system, the Asian TriCaster system, and of course, finally, an official YouTube page was created to broadcast public meetings, minutes, and other videos. Thank you again, Mr. Castillo, for your work in this area. Good news continue to multiply in the city of North Miami as we becoming more productive and efficient. Wireless service was installed at the North Miami Public Library in the outside plaza. To all of the good people, the educators, our library, I can promise you, I will force this city council to bring our library up to date. And we promise you we will deliver to you a good library where our educators, where our children can learn and play in a very nice environment. And thank you to our library director, Ms. Lucia. Is Lucia here with us? Thank you so much for your work in this area. The building department continued to provide permit inspection online. Residents and contractors can enjoy the convenience of getting their permit information online. The city attorney's office has collected over $500,000 in revenue from civil citation, fines, and liens. Thank you again, Ms. City Attorney and your staff, for collecting this much needed lien for the city of North Miami. I have pointed out many realizations that demonstrated how North Miami has been productive and efficient in providing professional services to our residents, adults, and children. Our children are our children. Let me state that differently. Our children deserve a supportive environment that allows them to grow freely and excel in reaching their full potential. Saying that, let me just pause for a minute and recognize the good people, the people we entrust to partner with us in the education of our children. All school principals, university presidents, educators, administrators, teachers, please stand up and let's give them a North Miami round of applause. The good people, there they are. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. On a lighter note, can you imagine a mayor is making more than a teacher? We need to change that. And we need to, there you go, we need to change that quickly. And talking about teacher, I can tell you I got my first break because of a teacher, Mrs. Powell. She took me on the side, she said, Andre, you can do better than that. Andre, you are better than that. And I can tell you, all of the teachers, I know sometimes we're dealing with kids like me. You're dealing with kids like City Clerk Michael Etienne. But I can tell you, just for the love of the job, just tell them they are better than that. Just tell them that the future is right there. They could feel it, they could touch it, and they will remember that for the rest of their lives. And thank you so much for your work in this area. In terms of school grades, I am delighted to say, contrary to 4 years ago, today, all of North Miami schools receive a C or better grade for the 2012 school year. There you go. Our efforts to educate our children paid off. So keep on, please, the educators, keep on moving forward. These accomplishments are not miracles. These accomplishments are vivid expressions of investments made to our children by the city of North Miami. North Miami has supplemented the school board's investment in many ways. The city has provided funding to improve access to higher education. We have partnered with Florida International University, where we have assisted 30 North Miami residents who are the first to go to college in their family. And we have providing the fundings to do so. Take stock in children. Have received funding from the city of North Miami to prevent deserving but at-risk North Miami residents from dropping out of high school and provide them with a 4-year prepaid scholarship. The good people, thank you for educating the children of this great city. Outside the confinement of the four walls of our schools. North Miami's youth employment training provide employment for students that are in high school ready to graduate. The Family Read Out Loud series targeted 748 students and their families to promote literacy in the city of North Miami. The summer reading program, 1,400 books were read this summer. We also need to be reminded that our Parks and Recreation Department served over 800 campers this summer, 900 children playing soccer, 30 teams that competed in the Youth Basketball League. And of course, through our Police Athletic Department, City Council, they need a home. And we need to provide them with that home. Well, the PAL, one of the track and field children, was placed 7th in the USA Track and Field Youth Championship. And another child boxer earned a bronze medal in the USA Junior Olympics. Now, can I recognize the Assistant Chief of Police that is over PAL, the Major Pierre Burton that's over PAL, and of course, the two young officers. I don't see them here today, but Officer Mikael Sherry and Officer Stewart, they're not here today. Thank you so much for taking care of the police athletically. My council members, we must find a way to finance the MOCA expansion. We must find a way to finance the MOCA expansion. We cannot talk about art and culture in the city of North Miami without mentioning our museum. MOCA celebrated 15th year with public events that included a day-long series of talk by 14 of the world leading contemporary artists who played a major role in the museum development. You've seen the banyan tree that is at North Miami Griffin Park. You've seen our children that have gone to the MOCA Arts Institute. It is fair for this city to finance the MOCA expansion. And now, I'm not sure if Bonnie Clearwater is here, our museum director, but Tracy is here, her assistant. Thank you so much for the work that you are doing on behalf of the museum. Please stand up and be recognized, Tracy. Thank you. As you know, North Miami embraces cultural diversity. North Miami salutes and honors differences with the annual Martin Luther King Candlelight Vigil, National Hispanic Heritage Month, Black History Month, Haitian Heritage Month, and Caribbean Month here in the city of North Miami. We exploded when it comes to cultural events here in the city of North Miami. And I want to say thank you, of course, to Natasha, Stephanie, and the committees that have been put together to celebrate those months. Andrea, I see you here along with Pam Solomon, and of course, Minda from the Office of the City Managers for doing a great job in celebrating those months. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, North Miami is safer today than it has ever been in the last 30 years. North Miami is safer today than it has ever been in the last 30 years. And I want to attribute all of the credits to our men and women in uniform who pledged their lives every single day for safety. Let us recognize our police officers and the command staff for their hard work in protecting, not only making sure that we feel safe, but making sure that we are safe. Our children are safe when they go out on the street and play. So please stand up and be recognized, and give them a North Miami round of applause. Come on, Chief. Chief, stand up. Commanders. Sergeant Rosen, Major. Thank you. Thank you, Chief Elias. for leading the fine police department to what it is today. North Miami is witnessing an extremely productive police department. Our police department has reduced crime to its lowest point since 1983. Between 2011 and 2012, Part 1 crimes are down by a remarkable 14%. Through multiple crime fighting initiatives, our officers have responded to over 30,000 calls this year for service and apprehended more than 1,800 alleged criminals. The summer enforcement team resulted in making more than 200 arrests, impounded 210 grams of narcotics, issued 738 traffic citations, and conducted over 120 field interviews. We have also partnered with local, state, and federal agencies to combat street-level drug sales, as well as gang-related and violent crimes. We have no more gangs in the city of North Miami. All the criminals are telling us that North Miami is hot and they don't want to be in this city. And thank you so much for your hard work in the police department. Let's give them another round of applause. With all things being considered, and in spite of the challenges posed by the much publicized national economic crisis, North Miami is better socially. North Miami is better economically than it was 4 years ago. Several dreams were transformed into realities that we all have witnessed and enjoyed. The accolades have come from far as the residents and of course visitors voiced their appreciation of North Miami. Biscayne lending, as I said, represents our city's current and potential economic engine, and it must succeed in bringing endless community benefits to positively impact all areas of life in our city. MOCA has been and continues to be the backbone of this city. We must find a way to fund its expansion. We have an obligation to work harder for North Miami to keep it moving forward to a brighter future of excellence. North Miami has reached a new beginning and can only do better and can only become the best. Success is tangible. Thus, moving forward is not a choice. Thank you. God bless you. God bless the city of North Miami, and God bless the United States of America.
Mayor Pierre, I'd like to, on behalf of all of the community and the chamber membership, I'd like to thank you for that stirring speech. I have to let everybody know, I was sitting here, I was watching the pages turn, I was wondering if we were getting to the end there. He's got 12 more pages though, so, no, just kidding. But thank you so much, that was great. We really appreciate you updating all of us on the great accomplishments of all of the city staff and all of the departments and this great community. Thank you very much.
Thank you again. I think, you know, our former city attorney is also here, Miss Patricia Stenville Joseph. Thank you so much for being here with us. And our good friend, Dr. Smith Joseph, who's also here with us. Thank you so much for being here with all of us.
Thank you very much. We'll be wrapping up shortly. If you could please take your seats. We've got a few more pieces of business to cover. And I do want, again, I'd like to apologize. I was remiss, I was advised a little later on that I was not aware that she was here, but we recognize, I'd also like to recognize former Chief Gwendolyn Boyd Savage, who's with us today. So thank you very much. And if I could offer Officer Jones, if I could have you come back up for one moment, please, because the representative from Congresswoman Frederica Wilson's office is here.
Good afternoon. First of all, I want to acknowledge the City Council is here. Fantastic job the Mayor just did in terms of updating us. The Congresswoman is going to be very well pleased with the hard work that you're doing on behalf of the city. So make sure that I will pass that along to her. I apologize for being late today, but for those of you that do not know, the Congresswoman is hosting a foreclosure workshop today. Any of you that have friends or relatives or constituents that are having problems moving their homes, please send them over to the Fountain Church today from 1 to 8. We have 9 banks on site helping people right now. So that's what we were working on. So I just wanted to put that out there. But I'm here today on behalf of the Congresswoman because I want to acknowledge an individual that has basically been doing great work for many years, and I am happy to say that a personal friend of mine. Chief, you are so lucky to have a gentleman like Mr. Jones on your staff, and at this time I would like to present him with this certificate of special congressional recognition presented to Officer Gary Jones in recognition of outstanding and invaluable service to the community. Mr. Jones, thank you so much for all the good work that you're doing. And on behalf of the office of Congresswoman Frederica Wilson, I wanted to come personally and make sure that you receive this honor. Thank you. I'd like to thank Ed Hayes for the man and award.
Mayor, I really did appreciate your story about Mrs. Powell, and that sheds new light on why you're married to a school teacher. So we've got, if you can take out your blue tickets, 4 prizes. We've got 5 tickets, family pack for the Halloween Haunted Trails and Family Fun Zone at the Enchanted Forest Park. Mrs. Pierre, if you could draw a ticket for us, please. And the winner is 265. This is blue tickets, 265854. Okay, 265854 going once. Going twice. Okay, still on the haunted trails. 265923. 265923. 923. Okay. We've also got a chair, beach chair, courtesy of David Burney. Yes? And that's 265888. 265888. Tiffany's got the chair. Okay, last call for 923. No? Okay, we've got a beautiful basket of fruit from Edible Arrangements. Thank you to Sharon and Sandy Curtis. And that's, wow, 265889. The person that came in right after Tiffany. 265889.
I'm going to remain on the sidewalk with my son.
Are you one of our winners? 889?
Voluntarily walking down the sidewalk. And I'm voluntarily taking me with me.
No? 923. Okay. We can't give away the fruit and the tickets. Okay, so we're trying again. 265924. 265924. If you won, scream. Nobody's screaming. Okay. I'm wondering who threw these tickets in the bowl. 265990. 990. Okay, this is the red tickets. Red tickets. Oh, I can't pick up because I got tickets. Somewhere I got tickets. I don't even know where I put my tickets. This is $70 on the 50/50. Red tickets, 554911. Chief, that should be yours, right? 911. 554911. I'd announce that Esther Bling won, but I want to see her tickets first. 554911. Okay, Esther, that's taxable. So, okay, we'll take 20% off the top. Here you go, Esther. Esther wants to say something about her big winning.
I thank you very, very much for the honor of receiving this, and in keeping with the commitment of the mayor and council. Where is the mayor? Where's the mayor? Mayor here? Okay, I'd like to donate my winnings to begin the PAL Fund.
We'll pass that along to the chief. And the chief's passing it down the table. I think it's all working its way down to working its way down there to the end. All right, we still got this basket of fruit, 266034. 266034. Blue ticket 034. I'd like to thank you all for joining us today. That concludes our meeting. Have a great day and make sure that you do business with chamber members.